Hi, everyone, and welcome to this Mindful Moment segment. Today on this episode, we are with the CEO and the founder of Aqua One, Jeff Gottfurcht. Jeff, good to see you today.
Wonderful to be here. Really excited.
I'm so fascinated by this topic, and I think a lot of parents are going to be fascinated as well because phones have become commonplace. Social media is commonplace. And I'm shocked to learn that kids under the age of 12 are now getting phones from their parents. And kids under the age of 12 are just all over social media at such a young age. As alarming as that is, it's the reality of the world that we're living in. You came up with a phone, not an app, but an actual phone called Aqua One. What was the premise of this? Because what this phone is capable of doing is something that I have never heard of. You know, there's a lot of apps out there that want to track what your kids are on and try to send you things in real time, but this is an actual phone, an actual device that is able to track every movement or every moment that your child's on that phone.
Yeah, essentially we wanted to create a real phone that allowed parents to see every single thing that their child was doing, regardless if they were on TikTok, Snapchat, Discord, YouTube, whatever app their child is on, the parents are able to view that on a simple dashboard. We also bundled that with something really cool. It's called the mental health check. It locks down the phone 3 times a day, and the child has to answer a question gauging their overall well-being. And we did that because we wanted to be able to create something that we like to call uncompromising connection. We believe involvement is better than limitation, and we know with so many social media apps out there, and like you indicated, so many young kids getting them. Every month there are 325,000 unique searches on Google where a parent types in, scared to get my child a first phone, want to get my child a first phone. And guess what? It's scary. I have kids, I understand that. And we knew, especially with things, some of the more serious things out there like sextortion, self-harm, bullying, fentanyl, body image issues, calorie restriction, all of these things were being fed to our kids. Almost they're being lobotomized by what's happening. And so we really wanted to create something that was reliable, seamless, and dependable as electricity, and took parents to an inaccessible area, places they've never been able to go. So we built really a ladder product that shows them, here's what my kid is learning, here's what they're being taught. Specifically on a lot of those sites that we just mentioned, they're learning about how to act sexually and so forth. And
how many apps, because I think some parents who may be watching, they're like, okay, well, there's Instagram, there's Facebook, and there's Snapchat, and there's WhatsApp.
Right.
How many apps are we talking that are out there, even encrypted versus non-encrypted, but even encrypted? How many apps do you think are out there that exist?
So for instance, currently right now, we cover 2,700 social media platforms.
That is mind-blowing.
And you and I couldn't write down 10 of them. We'd write down Instagram and Facebook, and that shows you the depth in which kids are doing these things. And for us, a lot of these serious issues that happen on things like Wattpad, that's another platform, Omegle. Omegle's tagline, talk to strangers because your friends are boring.
Wow.
It's living sort of in a morally inverted universe. When you think about that as a tagline where a child goes, and many children use that platform to talk to strangers. And unfortunately, guess what happens? A lot of them get groomed. A lot of nefarious things happen. So we knew this was a serious issue, and we wanted to create a product that got the job done. It just couldn't cover TikTok and Snapchat. It had to cover everything because we're dealing with parents and their precious cargo, that precious cargo being their children. And in past, parents would have to give their child a phone and just say, good luck. I hope this works out. But we really wanted to give parents that exposure to see this is what your child is being taught, and what we like to call KTIs, kitchen table issues, where parents were able to now see what their kids are learning and be able to say, hey, I saw you saw this about how girls should be treated in the bedroom. That's not what's supposed to happen. You're not supposed to be choked. You're not supposed to be hit. These are things that the youth of today are being lobotomized by, and we wanted to address that. We take that very seriously in what we do.
And this is happening in real time too.
Yes,
this isn't something, so the parents have their regular iPhone, they have their regular smartphone, they download the Aqua One app,
Yeah.
right? The kid actually has the device.
Yes, sir.
The parents have their regular smartphone. They're downloading an app. And when they download that app, it's not like the parents have to go in randomly throughout the day to go in to check to see what their kids are doing. They're actually getting real-time data. So every time the child is doing something actionable on their Aqua One phone, whether or not they think it's encrypted and mom and dad will never be able to find out, they send a message on Instagram, they send a message on WhatsApp or Snapchat. Those parents are getting those alerts in real time.
100%. It's all in real time. And I think that's the beauty of it. It's, again, reliable, seamless, and dependable as electricity. And we wanted to create something where the parent was able to see right away what their kid is watching on YouTube. Wanted to see if they're participating, if a girl's participating in the new paper challenge. And that's a challenge where girls restrict their calories to try to fit behind a piece of paper. So we really wanted to show those things to parents in real time. So if a parent is at work or they're out to dinner and they see that their child, again, is watching something that might be negative or a bad influence on them, they can see that. On the other hand, there's a good side to it. If you have a child who is in ballet and they're watching football videos, let's say, and the parent can say, do you want to play football instead of do ballet? That is a good part of that. And we have found that so many parents and children wanted to have that sort of bond, wanted to have that sort of reconnection where right now, sort of, we've had these walls put up by social media. So for us, it was a serious matter that we took on, and we're really proud of what we built because, again, we're the only company in America who does this, and we're located here in Phoenix, and we started here, and it's important work what we do. My partner, who my co-founder, he was in the U.S. Army, he was in military intelligence, and he led a team that went after ISIS on social media. So we took a lot of the tools and tradecraft that he had learned to build it. And when we started the company, I had just returned home from summiting Mount Everest, and I followed along a story about a young girl who had been sexually abused, and then her pictures put up all over social media.
Right.
So victimized twice.
Right.
And at that juncture decided, we're going to start a company that addresses that and gives the power back to mom and dad to be able to see, this is what your child is being taught, and this is what they're seeing, this is what they're learning every day. And with an entity, for instance, like TikTok and Instagram, where a child is getting self-harm content every 39 seconds. Every 39 seconds, they're seeing that. We knew there was something that we had to do, and we're pretty proud of what we built.
How honest are those answers coming? You know, you said that it's doing a mental health check about 3 times a day, and it's asking questions. You know, I was, before we started this segment today, I was telling you, gosh, teenagers are going to lie, right? Because they know if one of the questions is, are you feeling sad today? Are you feeling depressed? What are you feeling like? Well, a teenager is going to know the moment I answer that question truthfully. My parents are going to find out about it, and then we're going to have a big sit-down discussion. That's the last people I want to have a sit-down discussion with. So how truthful are those answers coming in on those mental health checks?
Yeah, first, we didn't build it for teenagers. We built it, again, for that first-time phone buyer, for that parent, those 325 unique searches across America who are saying, scared to get my child a first phone, want to get my child a first phone, want to get my third grade.
What is age appropriate for giving a child a phone?
And for us, so we stayed away from those teenagers because we knew they've been driving without the seatbelt.
Yeah.
They've been doing that already. And for the purchasers who are buying the phone, it's young families. And guess what? Children answer honestly. Some of the questions are, do you go to bed hungry at night? Are you happy in your classes? If you were being bullied, who would you tell? One of my favorites, do your parents keep their promises? And if you're a parent and you see that on your mental health check and it says no, I guarantee you when you get home, you're going to say, what did I do? What did I miss?
Right.
So we really evolved the mental health check more. I mean, of course, we ask questions like, have you been asked to send a nude picture? Has any of that happened to you? But we really, overall, the psychologists who built that part of our product, they ask questions that really deal with environmental and emotional items. So are you happy in the sports you play? Who do you like spending your time with? I mean, and again, we ask other questions. Are your parents on social media too much? That's a question a lot of parents don't want to hear, but we really believe the core of the company is involvement is better than limitation.
Yeah, creating that connection between the children and the parents. All right, people who are watching, they're interested. Where can you even get an Aqua One phone?
You buy directly through us at www.cyberdive.co. Most importantly, the phone is $30 a month, and here's the best part. We built it for young families, and we replace the phone for free if they break. So if a young kid, if they have a child who's 4 or 5 and 6, maybe they're not on social media, but they're playing Minecraft or Roblox, the parent will be able to see who's interacting with them. But if the child breaks it, guess what? We replace it for free. We really have one ethos at our company, Brandon, and that's to make human life better. And that's what we do every single day.
It's fascinating, and it's fascinating technology, and it's such a great invention, especially where social media is at today, where we are with technology today. The age groups of people who do have that technology at their fingertips is just getting younger and younger and younger, and I think it's really, really important. Jeff Gottfurcht, he's the CEO and co-founder of Aqua One Phone. Phone for kids, and the apps for adults, so we can monitor our kids and all their behaviors, because social media can be a very dangerous place. It really is for the people who are out there. They will prey on children. So
100%.
Well done to you on creating something like this and really going for it and really trying to help change the trajectory, I would say, of a child's life, so they don't go down the wrong path.
Yeah, I think for us, one of the key figures that happened was there was a child who was involved with a sextortion case in Ohio where it took 27 minutes for him to end his life.
Yeah.
Started at 11 a.m., was done at 11:30. That to us, we leaned into that and said, we need to show parents what they're doing. So I appreciate the words you said, and we're on a mission to really make human life better. And thank you for having us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really appreciate it.
And thank you for joining us for this Mindful Moment segment here on Good Morning Sunshine.